Hi guys, Cindy here. So it's nail day. It's Saturday. We did them last Saturday, so we'll do them Saturday again. That way I can wear green to church tomorrow. These are my natural nails. I took off last week's nails and I really enjoyed those. Those were super pretty. They had a lot of reflection in them. I did have to use all the not all of them. I used a total of 16 nails for the week, and then I have 16 more for later. I think then we ruined one while we was doing them, and then the thumb chip. So I did that one, but I did it in a hurry and didn't get it down good, and so I think I worked maybe one day, maybe two, with it all gimped up, and I just couldn't take that no more. So I did that a third time, but that's just because my fault. I didn't apply it correctly, and I did this nail once. It just popped off, and then the next day in the shower my hair was getting pulled on and I noticed I had not got it on good, so I redid that one. I redid this one, and but anyway, that's okay. That's what the extras are for. And so I do have some clear on these. There might be some adhesive left at the tips of them. I try not to abuse my nails. I painted over it. I try to scratch it off if I can, but, you know, I've got such thin nails. You know, I don't want to abuse them too much. In fact, you know, like, I can kind of see some little white creases, like here. I'm afraid they'll snap off. I mean, they don't look too weak now, but, you know, I'm afraid they'll snap off. So as soon as I take the nails off, I put clear fingernail polish on them and then try to get more nails on ASAP. Now this is our choices today. I ordered these off Amazon. Do they have a name to them? In Tint Tree is the name of it. Anyway, I got these off Amazon. I know I told you I don't really like ohora. The only reason I don't really like them is because of the sizing. You know, they're like any other nail. It's hit and miss whether it's going to stay on. So if we can get a good size on our fingers, then it should be fine. Or we have these. I think I might have two sets of these. These are got green in them. But these you can wear anytime. And these you can wear anytime too if you like green, if you're a green girl. I'm more of a pink girl and other kind of colors. I do like green, but I don't know that I would, if it hadn't been for St. Patrick's Day, I probably wouldn't have got them. And these, I got two sets of these because I bought one set and then I must have really liked them or something. I end up with another set, but it's different packaging. We can wear these all spring long. They're kind of pastel. In fact, it's called Emerald Marble, and they're like pastel. So those are kind of springy pastel colors. This one here is called Artist Ivy or something like this. I'd envisioned wearing these in the fall, but we never did get around to it because we just wear one set a week, you know. And and we didn't start our videos back until Thanksgiving, Good Friday. So let's go ahead and open these. Like I said, I think I got these for $8.10. Where's my scissors? And so we'll open these and look at them, and then we will get the camera down and start working on it. I got some chit chat to do, but I'm gonna try to save that for whenever I'm lighting it so we don't get bored. So let's see these. I got some stories about green too. First I thought, okay, we do have two sets. At first I thought, well, there might just be one set. It's an okay shade of green. If we don't like them, it's just a week. It's just a week. And if we had time, we can change early if we don't like them. There's not as many here. You either go from really small to, well, none of them's too big, except that they're kind of shaped funny. They're not rounded enough, but we'll work that out. So let's put one set back because we don't want to run it. We got a little file that we can use and a stick. We'll just leave our stick in here. The file might be okay. We're going to put the lid on that so we don't get any light on it. Here's our little alcohol pads. I'll leave these in here for now. I may have to go hunting for alcohol pads one day because I do use them whenever I take the adhesive off. I wipe them off with my alcohol pads before I put nail polish on it. So let's see if we can get this down without turning it off. Okay. So I'm just going to have to hold them here so you guys can see and try not to get too much on the ground. So, okay, let's get started. Now these have got the single individual wrappers, which I like that. I get tired of having to dig off from the ohora. So we can start off with the smallest one on this one. It will have quite a bit of white space. It's pretty small. So, let's take our... I'm going to see if we can do this. Okay, we're going to have to be real careful, not shake the table or anything. So we can do this one there. And then this one here. They're not exact, but this one here, I'm just afraid he is really small. There would just be a lot of white space showing around it. So I think that's what I usually do when I wear these. The last set of ohora, I don't know if it's the last set we did, or that ones that was kind of pink. Remember those? They stayed on real good. And I'm putting the small end down at the base. I probably could have gone either way, but it seems like they kind of fit better if you do the small end instead of the big end. Now this got a little bit of white space showing, but that's okay. By white space I mean my natural nail underneath it. So I probably could have done the big end, but then at the bottom it might have been too big, and so I would rather have the nail show a little bit. Of course, to me, I like it better when the side that I'm not looking at is showing, but it's okay. Let's see if we can get these clipped down. Then I need to, when I get done with these, while I'm kind of letting them set before I take my makeup off, I need to work on some Six Sigma, Advanced Lean Six Sigma. The instructor, he says, this is the hardest class in the program. The whole MSOM program. I'm like, oh. So I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew. I'm really working hard too. So then the next one we're going to do this way, the small end at the tip. So I probably could have done the other one, but anyway, too late now. I think I always use the small end. I'm not sure. It's different every time. So this one here fits exactly with the small end. The other one was just a little bit small, but that's okay. If we'd have done it too big, it would have really, and I might even here got a little bit close to the cuticles. I know that, you know, you kind of want to get as close as you can, but not too close. So that's what these are going to look like. Oh, this is going to be a long week, guys. They looked a little bit more see-through when I bought them. They looked a little bit more jelly. And these might have some, you know, a little bit of jelly to it, because I can kind of see my tip of my nail underneath it. I don't know if you can see that or not. So this one we only get up with 14 nails per set. So, but at least one thing about it is that, so we really can't waste any. So I'm going to do this one on this hand. And this one for sure has got a little bit of white nail showing, natural nail. And this one feels kind of funny getting it on. A little bit extra fat. Anyway, if we can wear these Monday and Sunday, we'll be doing good. If I can't stand it no more, I might have to do some later. But anyway, you know, I hadn't seen it in a long time, but I'd see Amazon kind of ads for it, and they act like we're supposed to stretch them out, but that's ridiculous. They should make them the right size. We shouldn't have to stretch them out as much as we pay for these. These are more expensive than Dash and Diva, I believe. Not this particular set, but as a rule, this is a more expensive brand. So this has got a little bit of nails showing out from under it, but it's the side that I don't see so much, and so that's okay. Anyway, I just bought them because they was green and they look jelly. Anyway, it's okay. See what else we got going on here. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, I hope I not regret this. I'm going to put the wide end down here too. And another thing about the Dashing Diva, they'll have like a wide end and a narrow end. But if they're got a design on them where you have to have one way, sometimes that doesn't do no good. You still have the wide end. So we want to make sure that these are really down good. I don't want to get in a hurry and not get them down good. Because even though I'm not excited about them, it may be that I don't have time to do them. Because I've got this class. And as the instructor told us, the hardest class in the program. And maybe it is. Okay. This one here I kind of trimmed a little bit off, but I think it'll be okay. We'll just have to file it down more. So you have to be careful trimming these off. You'll get too much, and then you either have to trim your nail more, or you trash it, or it's not that bad. Yeah, these just look in the packaging. See how these just look clear and see-through? They're not that clear and see-through. They're, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, they're green. It's okay. You could spruce it up with a little bit of glitter top coat, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave them the way they are. Doing that kind of stuff typically don't work out for me, I think. Because I think it's a good idea, but then after I actually do it, well, maybe it would. So, the next one, before we do these middle fingers, let us do the pointer finger and see what we can get out of that. Yeah, if we just had 16 nails instead of 14, is it 28, 14? Yeah, that would just be one extra nail to choose from. I think this goes on the other hand. That was the small one. Kind of smash that down with the stick. So I'll probably do a short on this. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. But, and attach it to this video. Okay. Now the bigger one on this hand, because this hand's a little bigger. Just pressing it down at the cuticles best we can. So if I do another set in the middle of the week, I'll probably try to record it too. It doesn't really take that much longer to record these. I just have to I have to load it, type in a description, and that's about it. Get the tip of this. So how do y'all like green? The other one, the other two would have been more interesting, but we can wear those green ivy. We can wear that anytime in the summer, the fall, the winter. We just didn't. Okay, so now the hard part. We got to get these squares on these rounded nails. So I can try to, which one's bigger? I do believe they look about the same size to me, but this might look a hair smaller. So I can kind of go through here and just kind of, let me look at this again. They look pretty close to the same size. I can just try to, because if I square it off, I'm going to have a lot of my cuticle hanging out. So I'm just kind of ovaling this out and hoping I'm not going to regret it. I'm not cutting anything off the width of it. I'm just trying to do that so that it'll fit in that little groove of mine. Okay. So it looks like this. Not the best circle, but that squared off. When I do it squared off like that, then I have to move it like it up higher. And if it's a clear, it's not as big a deal. But this bright color would really show. So you can definitely see I cut it, but no one gets that close to my fingers. It's none of their business, is it? So I have to try to do a good, actually I did, even though you can kind of see it a little bit, I did a better job than I've done in the past. I'm just not wanting to waste any, because, yeah, that's it. Because we don't really have any to waste. And I did, whenever I replaced these nails, a couple of them I had to trim down because they were just, I didn't want to open the next set because I wanted to have a whole 16 nail set for the next time I do them too. So I didn't want to dip into those. And the texture of them, I think it's sort of made for them to chip. That's the reason I chip the thumbnail so easily. So let's trim this one, because this one's not as rounded off, this nail, but it's still a little bit of a round. Just a little bit. So that's what it looks like. Anyway, it might be, I didn't think I cut very much, but I would rather it be a little too rounded than me square. Because then whenever I try to do it, a lot of times I don't get it exact. See, I can take this little point all the way down to the cuticle. And there is a little bit of down here on these sides a little bit. I've got stickers and stuff. After this class, maybe I will try to, when we're not so, got so much studying and homework to do and studying for tests and trying to get assignments in, we might have time. You know, when I was doing all that other kind of nail art, I still got a whole bunch of like stickers and stuff. This one's been perfect for that, but not this time. But I've got others with solid color too, like solid red, and I had bought those from Shein or someone, somewhere. We need to be using them. So let's get these two nails pushed down at the cuticles real well. Yeah, that helped a lot, kind of rounding off the bottom of it so they don't look weird. Well, what only thing that would do it just a square, and I would have to put it up high, and I never get it exactly right. So my thumbs are square. So which thumbs are we going to use, the little ones or the big ones? We'll start with the little ones, and then if I have to replace any in the week, I can replace them with the big ones and might have to trim them down. Might not have to, though. These are smaller than the Dashing Diva. Would you look at that? My nail is just the right length. I'm trying to be careful and baby them because, you know, when they start getting long, they start getting weaker because they just do. There's just more real estate over there. So all I have to do is just trim the sides up just a tad. Because you can see here there's not much around the sides of it, just a little bit. This side needs a little bit more of a trimming. Tell me if you like green. Well, there was only $8.10, but if you don't like them, I mean, I bought them. I bought them for St. Patrick's Day, so there's no one's fault but myself. And these do look jelly. I thought they'd be a little bit more transparent. I don't know if I actually saw a model with it or if I just saw the packaging. So let's see if we can get this on straight. I'll push that down good. But remember, if you know, we broke a few nails and they've all gone back. We might break some more. Especially like if I get caught out and one falls off and I don't have any. But I do have some nail polish in my purse. So if that happens, I can try to put some clear polish on it just to give it a little bit of strength. That's what I do. Especially when they're long. If they're kind of short, no big deal. They're not going to break. But when they get long, they start wanting, you know, a little bit more fragile. Of course, the statistics that I'm taking, I mean, I had statistics in college before, back when we did it. Did we even have a calculator? Yeah, I think we was used a calculator. We didn't even have Excel. But that was a long time ago. And I did okay in that, but that was a long time ago, so I'm not going to be flexing or boasting about it. I've got to get good on this. I mean, I don't know if you have to make a B or not. You have to at least make a C or you get an F. You can't pass with an F. So here's these. Do y'all like these? I just did it for St. Patrick's Day. Some shades of green I just love. I went through a green spell when my first granddaughter was born. I just thought it was so cute. And I was buying stuff for her. And I don't guess my daughter was that excited about it. So let's put our gloves on. If you aren't subscribed, be sure and subscribe. Let me get a drink. Okay, so we're going to do one hand at a time. I typically do 2 rounds each hand, so this will take 2 minutes. I think this is 30 seconds each. Anyway, so I was saving this little chit chat for when we was cooking them because it takes a while. So I got an email on my University of Arkansas account about commencement, and of course I'm not going. I don't want to go. I mean, it's a drive. I don't want to drive in traffic and stuff like that. It's not that big a deal to me. You know, as long as I get my degree is all I care about. And but they're going to have a website. So I wanted some decent pictures other than just the selfies that I take. You know, the pictures I've got on my YouTube right now, it's not that bad. But I've had some pretty bad ones because, I mean, you know, I'm taking them myself. What do you expect? And anyway, so I kind of Googled around about the AI things where you can just put up, and I found a site called, well, there's a number of sites out there. There's some of them, they'll have like a free section, and some of them, but, you know, they kind of look like avatars or cartoons or something. I wanted something that looked like a real picture, you know, of me. So I found a site called Better Pick, and I used that. I might do that for a profile picture for YouTube. Who knows? I did for my LinkedIn and for my Facebook, but the main reason I was doing it because I wanted a nice picture for my commencement. It just looks photoshopped. It doesn't really look like animation. It looks like me, except better hair. I mean, my hair, a lot of times, you know, I have flyaway hair and it doesn't do great that day or something. I mean, it looks like me. And, you know, it looks like it's been photoshopped or something without all the wrinkles. Of course, I don't, you know, have that many wrinkles because I do the skincare and I did have the facelift. But, you know, even a facelift, you know, you don't look like you looked when you was 20. I mean, it'd be nice, but you don't. You still need stuff done, maintenance. But anyway, so... Oh, and I had to take a picture of the waist up, and I just looked dreadful. You know, when I look in the mirror, I think, oh, I don't look bad. I look cute and everything. But then after I take pictures, I'm like, oh, you look awful. I don't know how it is that, you know, we can look in the mirror and see one thing, and then when you take a picture, you see something different. But you do. So, I tried to take pictures from the waist up. I put my exercise clothes on. I'm like, oh, I look so fat. This is just dreadful. So I took that off and just put like a regular pink top on that I go to work in, and which that was better. I mean, I didn't feel quite so fat. I mean, but anyway, those really make you feel fat taking those pictures. And anyway, they loaded up good. I'm thinking, I wish I looked good in that in person, especially the figure. You know, they had a lot of pictures that I wouldn't want. They were like kind of sultry or something. I like the ones where I'm smiling and big smiling. But, you know, they just can go by the pictures that you load up. So, I had a few older pictures on the PC that was a little bit old, not that old. And let's just do a couple seconds more each one. And then I had a bunch of pictures from yesterday. Yesterday I took a bunch. And I posted on Facebook. It takes less time to just post them on Facebook and then save them off there on your PC than try to email them to yourself. You know, because a lot of times when you email them to yourself, you'll run out of limit, and it just takes forever for like Yahoo email them out to send them through. But I post pictures anyway, and I just told people, hey, I'm posting these because it's easiest way to get them onto my PC. And then I showed them the output. So they had 2 plans. They had a $19.99 plan where you just get one pose and one background. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And supposedly that was on sale. That was the basic or whatever plan. Then they had a pro plan that was $39. And that's where I got, because you had a bunch of options and you got more editing. And by editing, let's say that you see a pose, you like your face and your hair and where you're standing or sitting or whatever, but you don't like your outfit or you don't like the background or something. All I did was change my outfits, you know, and then you can regenerate it. And you get started off with like 40 credits, but it might take 10 credits per every time you generate, and I think I generated 4 times because I didn't like the outfits I was wearing. They had me in some white or beige outfits, and I don't think that's not me. So I think I changed it to navy, and I changed one to formal, and I was really wanting graduation, but they didn't have anything like that. They had like business, they had formal, they had business, they had casual, and then they had smart casual. So I think they had some Christmas stuff too, but I wasn't doing that. And so anyway, I got me some pictures. And anyway, so if y'all guys are interested, say something and I'll try to pull them up and show you. I'll show you on my PC or upload some on my community tab or something. If y'all think that's something y'all would be interested in seeing. But they look like me. I mean, the only thing is they got a better figure. And the hair looks not so, like right today, my hair looks bad. I had it rolled and everything because I was going to take pictures. Oh, they was terrible. I didn't use none of those, except for the one from the waist up. When it was terrible too, but you had to have one of those because it wants to know, like if you're standing and stuff, it wants to know your size. And so everything it did, said that they detected brown hair, they detected like medium build, and so, I was good with medium. At least they didn't say obese. That would have hurt your pride. Medium's good. We're trying to get a little bit less than medium though, or average. Was it medium or average? I think the word they used was average. But I do wear a medium. There's someone I work with. She is so tiny, thin, thin, thin. She's never always been that way. My guess is that just her genetics to be that way. To me it looks like she'd break easy. Let's see how these feel. Okay, well these are going to be on for a couple of days, maybe a week. We'll see. Here they are. Let's take the gloves off. Here they are. Hope you like them. I did them green for St. Patrick's Day. Alrighty, well, we've gone 32 minutes. We better get off. Y'all have a great week. Be sure and like and subscribe, and you can watch my exercise videos, or I won't have a Lashy Box video for maybe next weekend, because, well, maybe not. I think it renews next on the 17th, and so it might be 2 weeks or something. I was going to do the DIY lash extensions, but I tried that out from the drugstore and decided, nope, we'll just stick with Soft Glam. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.